Welcome race fans to round 2, season 7 of the Wheel2W Racing League, coming to you from the mighty dusty Willow Springs International Motorsports Park. Willow Springs is located near Rosamond in California. It's about 129 k's north of Los Angeles, and it's the oldest permanent road course in the United States. There's a total of 7 tracks at Willow Springs. The largest and the most well-known track is Big Willow, which is where we find ourselves racing tonight. Fun fact for the night, Willow Springs has been used for filming numerous motion pictures, and most recently, Ford versus Ferrari was filmed here. Tonight, 2 races. Race 1, 17 laps at 0800 Sunrise. Racing tyres are racing soft, and race 2 is 37 laps at 5:30 in the evening. Tyres racing medium and racing softs are required with a reverse grid. Hey, joining me in commentary is none other than the renovation king himself, Dale Teeks. Welcome, Dale.
Thanks, Vintage. Yeah, it's going to be an awesome round here tonight. Speaking of Ford versus Ferrari, that famous rivalry, I think this is going to be kind of the start of maybe a wheel-to-wheel rivalry here too. So, these teams are going to carry on through to next season as well. So you got Shake and Bake, Flat Out, Mad Turtle, Speed Demons, and obviously T-Rex right up there at the top of the standings, really starting to create those rivalries. So I think it's going to be an exciting round, and everyone's going to want to do well for their team tonight.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, and the man on the visuals is none other than Herbal Green Tea. Welcome, Herbs.
Good evening, everyone. Yeah, good to be here again. This is a tough race, isn't it?
Oh, massively so, mate. Massively so. Just doesn't, the track is so unforgiving if you come off, so you've just got to be 100% careful. Can we just have a quick look, Herbs, at the leaderboards, if you've got a chance, just for Division 1, Premier League, I should say. Stand corrected. Just before we get qualifying underway. So Pure Axle's leading the charge for Flat Out Racing on 598 points, followed by Footner on 558 Speed Demons. He is fast Footner tonight. He is absolutely flying around here. He did a 0.96 in qualifying, so I expect to see him right at the pointy end. Fine Moves is on 538. Rexy Buckingham in 4th on 527. Wheel2Wheel Ben on 525. Apex Humper 508. Oily, Shan, Scooter, Tombo, Squidly, Suit Lad, Super Dragon, Adam V10, and Dale, yourself, you're down there in 15th. Not a bad result. And just quickly, with the fastest lap leaderboard, Herbs, if you got that there.
Yep.
Broken Spoke has got 2 fastest laps. Madriski's also got 2, and Tate's got 2 fastest laps, and that's brought to us by Races. So thank you very much, Races, for bringing us the fastest lap. And also our pole position award brought to us by Pagnian Advanced Simulators. Thank you, boys. So pole position leaderboard is Jonesy's got 1, Pure Axle's 1, and Tim the Turtle's got 1 as well. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting night when the boys add to those pole positions and fastest laps.
Oh yeah, agreed. I can't wait to see kind of how qualifying unfolds. You mentioned Footner's been really quick here. I think one of the other guys who isn't in Premier Division but in the new D League, so you've got Tate as well, who's shown some insane speed in qualifying trim as well as race trim. Who's your pick for tonight, Vintage?
Oh, look, I think qualifying's just about to start, but I'm hard pressed to go past Footner or Tate or even Rexy as well. Those 3 guys have been outstanding all through practice this week. Footner and Tate, nose to nose, hammer and tong in qualifying practice lobbies. Like I said, they're doing 0.96s, those boys. So that is speedy. I'd be really interested to see what sort of times they can get out of them and what the strategy will be for qualifying. As we see them all in the pits.
If they find themselves together in qualifying, I wouldn't be surprised to see them work together, give each other a slip. I know they're rivals, but there has been a lot of that in the practice lobbies between those 2.
Yeah, possibly. Just let the cars settle down on track, and then we'll just go through for a quick run through. Let's go for a run through now. So Shan's GT's out there. He's leading the way, and he's a quick driver here, followed by Fine Moves. Fine Moves has struggled a little bit this week, so it'll be interesting to see how he goes in the Jag.
Following him is Squiddy in the Corvette. Again, another car that's not really suited to this track. Closely followed by Oil in the Nissan.
Yeah, Oiley's been doing a good job this week. Apex Humper. Apex has been struggling a little bit this week in the Porsche. He's quick, but he's found himself off in the dirt a couple of times. And once you're in the dirt, there's sort of more or less no coming back from that around Big Willow. Following him is Footner. Like I said, we've already spoken a lot about Footner. I expect Footner to be at the pointy end tonight.
And as expected, Tate's right behind him. So, within slip of each other, we'll see what they do through the rest of qualifying. Following him is G-Man. That's in the Toyota FT1 now. That is a quick combination right there. I wouldn't be surprised to see G in the top 5 as well by the end of race 1 or 2.
Yeah, I agree with you. G's Division 2 driver this year, which I think is under-representing his ability. We've only had one round and he's already found himself up in Division 1, so G will be a good one here. We've also got Tombo. Tombo's been really quick as well in the practice lobby, so I expect big things from Tombo tonight in that FT1. And, of course, Rexy Buckingham in the T-Rex GTR. It's a quick car around here. It's a little bit heavy on its tyres, especially the front left, but she's bloody a missile.
Yeah, it's an awesome-looking car too. Great livery. Following Rex, we've got Scooter in I think it's the Toyota Supra, and then following Scooter, you got Ben in another Toyota as well. Another really quick car around this track.
Yeah, and of course the time on your own. As we see the lap time's about to start coming in now.
10-2. That's
10-2.
That's going to be about mid-pack, I think. It's a quick time, but there's going to be some mid to high 9s out of these guys.
Yep. So Oiley at 10-3, Apex at 10-6. Oh, there we go, Tate. Straight up there. Tombo with the 9 as well.
Footner must have been held up a little bit on his lap there, although there's Footner 19-3 right there.
Yep, Tombo's getting held up a little bit by G-Man as well.
Pure Axle 10 flat, straight to third.
Yep, Scooter 82's off as well. Sorry, Herbs, we're jumping around a bit. Scooter 82's found himself off there as well.
Okay.
I think if we just settle down, let's just go. So don't forget, if you're the first guys out, you'll get 4 laps. Everyone else will get 3.
Yeah.
So let's just go on board with Footner if we can, Herbs. I expect to see some big things from Footner. He's down in 13th at the moment. He obviously didn't get his first lap together. He'll be spewing. The key around here, and I was guilty of this when I did my qualifying run, I pushed really hard on lap 1, and then I pushed harder on lap 2 to my detriment. Had a spin, went out into the gravel. Fortunately, no damage was done to the car, no engine damage or front damage, so I was able to rejoin, threw the second lap away and went for the third lap, and again, just didn't have the time, but you see someone run a little bit wide. So Tate's still at the top, Tombo's still second, third.
That's Rex, he's going off final turn.
Oh, Rexy's been doing that quite a bit.
Right there.
Oh, he'll be upset with himself for that, massively.
Footner's recovered with a 10-3. He will be disappointed with that, even though it's a quick time. He has got 9s in his arsenal there, 9-6, I think 9-7 without slip.
Absolutely he has. This will be the last lap they'll all be on. So it'll be crucial for Footner now. He's got to put this together. He'll be looking to get a bit of a tow from wheel to wheel, Ben, if he can pick him up. He's not on purples, he's on a blue lap at the moment. So it's Tate at the moment on the pole from Tombo from Pure Axle.
And look, this is something we don't expect. Feinrich's in 12th spot with a 10-8.
Wowee.
He won't be accustomed to that unless it was a reverse grid. So yeah, this is very, very interesting.
Yeah, very interesting strategy. He's picked the Jag this season, GR3 Jag. Here we go. Footner's on a purple at the moment. And he's up 1/10, 108. Let's see if he can hang this together. See if he can pip Tate for pole. So Tate's done a 9.5. He's even bettered his time again.
Yeah. Apex down to a 10-2 as well, so he'll be happy with that.
Footner, is he going to do it? Oh no, Footner only good enough for 5th. Wow.
Behind Ben there, Ben up into 4th there.
Wow, good work, Ben. Well done, wheel to wheel, Ben. So Tate from Tombo, from Pure Axle, from Ben, from Footner, Oiley. Well done, Oiley. Apex in 7th, San GT in 8th. Looks like Scooter will be 9th. Rexy Buckingham's going to be spewing in 10th. G-Man won't be very happy either in 11th. I would have thought G would have got a little bit better than that. Fine Moves is in the pits, he's in 12th, and Squidley's in 13th. He's not going to get a better time out of Squidley. So
it's just
down the clock.
1 second between 1st to 12th though, so this Div 1 lobby is just getting closer and closer every season. I mean, one little mistake and, that's the difference between qualifying 5th or 10th pretty much.
Look, 100%. And I think the Div 2 lobby was also really close for the top 10. It was less than a second between them. So I think this year the Wheel to Wheel Racing League Season 7, Premier League, Division 2, Division 3, everyone's really putting in a lot of effort. We've had 2 weeks between races, and we took Valentine's Day off for the Lovebirds, and everyone's had a lot of practice. So I think sometimes too much practice puts a lot of pressure on yourself, but we'll just see. We're looking forward to this race. Who's your tip for the race? What do you reckon?
Well, seeing Footner in 5th, I think he's really going to have to push and maybe change his strategy up a little bit. I think Tate, he's just going to walk away, I think, in the opening few laps. And yeah, I think he'll just be able to hold that lead from there. And I think it's just going to be the battle between Tombo and Pure Axel and kind of what happens from there.
Yeah, definitely. You were really good at fuel saving in the Porsche during this race. What do you do? Do you go for outright pace, or do you just try and save that fuel to reduce your top time?
Look, I think this is just a difference between the Premier League lobby guys and myself, is that I went the fuel saving strategy because I don't have to be still as long in the pits and I can jump people, but also it makes sure I don't overdrive the car and less risk of falling off the track, which is a disaster around this track. There is no room for forgiveness here.
Let's go on board with Footner Herbs if we can. Oh, as they get going, bit of wheel spin, but not a bad start. Everyone's reasonably clean. Into turn 1, how's it looking? Oh, nice. Nice and clean, not a bad start from Oil. So Footner's there. Everyone's made it through cleanly.
Apex is up into 7th there. I think he might have gained a couple spots there, right behind Oil. I think that's what Apex is going to do, save the fuel and just save people slip.
Yep, G-Man's biding his time at the back. Fine Moves is in 12th, which is very unusual. But it's really crucial to get these first laps just done cleanly. The tyres are cold, everybody's understeering, the tail's stepping out. You just got to be so careful you don't overstep the mark.
Yeah, agreed. And look, Fine Moves in the Jag, it's a very tough choice. We all said it was tough last season in the Mustang, but I really don't think this track is suited to the Jag either. It's heavy on its fuel. It's probably going to be heavy on its front tyres. I think, he's going to be happy with anything in the top 10.
Oh, it's a bit of dust kicked off. Did anyone go off?
I think Tombo's glitching.
Is he?
Yeah, Tombo was way off in the gravel, but then he was middle of the track. I think he's having a few glitch issues.
Yeah, absolutely. Tombo's. Oh no, he's not taking out all the markers, is he?
It's taking out the markers, but again, I think it was a glitch. I really don't think he was out in the gravel.
Yeah, Tombo's glitching badly, which is really unfortunate for the boys trying to follow him, which just happens to be Footner.